Tracy emailing it to us and then re-emailing us.
All right, definitely.
No.
Because somebody else sends it. So not for me.
All right, everybody. Good evening to you. Happy Friday. So glad that you could join me here at the Atlanta News First Alert Desk. I'm Savannah Louie, bringing you 5 stories you need to know as we head into the weekend. Today's date is May 12th, 8 o'clock on the dot. And let's just hop on straight to it. All right, right now, starting with Vice President Kamala Harris. Harris, right now, is in Atlanta. I want to show you some scenes from earlier today. Now, Harris is in Atlanta to help launch the Biden-Harris 2024 re-election campaign. She's scheduled to travel to a finance event today and then also speak at the Democratic Party of Georgia's spring soiree. This happened just about an hour ago. Our Carly Barnett has been there all afternoon, and she actually posted some video of the event on her Twitter. You could see a huge crowd at that event, and at one point, this crowd was even chanting, 4 more years, 4 more years. Carly's going to have a live report for us later this afternoon, or this evening rather, on Atlanta News First, on Peachtree TV, as well as on WANF. Now, you'll remember Harris has already visited Georgia this year. She visited last April, where she announced a major commitment between 2 energy companies that will develop more than 2 million solar panels. And she also visited Georgia in February as well, when she moderated a discussion at Georgia Tech focusing on the administration's efforts to fight climate change and address clean energy. So this is one way that the Biden-Harris administration has really been working toward getting their name out here in Georgia, one of the biggest political battlegrounds as we look toward the 2024 election that is going to quickly come up on us. All right, I want to get to a story now, and I want to warn you before I take this video that some of this video is disturbing, especially if you're an animal lover. It can be hard to look at here. Showing dogs in really just deplorable conditions. I'm going to go ahead and take that video now. Oh, it's tough to see. 16 dogs found living in absolutely filthy conditions in Henry County. Right now, those dogs are okay. They're at Street Paws in Locust Grove, about 35 miles south of Atlanta. That's who's now taking care of them. Advocates claim that these pets had no access to food, to water, or to medical care. They still need a forever home, even though they are at that Street Paws location. Now, early April, county officials were called to the home of a deceased resident, and that's where they unfortunately found all of these sweet puppies. The dogs were found in cluttered and very unsanitary conditions. You look at that picture, I mean, you can just tell that is not the kind of place you would ever want to see your animal. If you want to adopt one of these dogs, please do, or foster. We have the contact information for Street Paws in Locust Grove on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. We also have it on our Atlanta News First app. So if you're interested, just go to that story and we'll have a link. We'll have that contact information just for you so you can help out those poor animals there. All right, I want to get to a follow-up on a story now that we began covering earlier this month. Real tough story here. A celebration of life was held today for this woman, Amy St. Pierre. Amy died on May 3rd during a mass shooting in Midtown Atlanta. She was a 38-year-old wife and mother of 2, and she was killed inside the Northside Medical Midtown building last week. Police say Dion Patterson opened fire, shooting 5 women, including Amy. The community honoring her today at the Cherry Logan Immersion Concert Hall at Emory University. Women who attended that were asked to wear colorful clothing in Amy's honor. Real tough story there. Now, we also know that 2 of the other 4 women who were shot, who survived, are still recovering in the hospital tonight. The other 2 women, the remaining 2 women, are out of the hospital. Thank goodness. We'll continue to bring you updates on the victims' recovery efforts as we continue to learn more. Speaking of recovery efforts, we got some good news for you tonight. Actor Jamie Foxx was in the hospital earlier this year, really just a few weeks ago. Good news, though. His daughter says that he is out of the hospital. She says, quote, "My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday." Even though he's been out of the hospital for weeks, we are just now learning this today as Foxx's daughter wrote that post on social media. Now, Foxx was initially taken to the hospital due to a medical complication on a movie set here in Atlanta. We're not exactly sure what that medical complication is or was, but it was clearly very serious, and I know a lot of people were very concerned about his health. So good news for Jamie Foxx and for his family tonight. Certainly wishing him no more health scares. And the final story I have for you is so special here. I am so excited about this, and I know many of you are as well. Tickets to the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway are going fast, and you can get yours right now. We just found out more than 6,000 tickets have already been snatched up. That means less than 9,000 are left. So if you're interested, you better get yours now. These tickets went up for sale yesterday. Now there are a lot of opportunities here to win, or several opportunities, I should say. You could, of course, win this beautiful home, 4-bedroom home in Beaufort. It's 2,400 square feet, 3 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, includes beautiful fixtures. This is before the house was finished. Now the fixtures are in. It's beautiful. Look, you can see that outdoor fireplace. It also has a massive walk-through shower and a little coffee bar. That's my favorite part. And it is courtesy of the Providence Group. You can also win, though, a $10,000 Delta Dream vacation, including your flight, hotel, and transportation. If you get that ticket today, remember, you've got to get that ticket today. You also have the chance to win a 2023 Dodge Hornet provided by the Tutton Group, valued at $34,000, and a $10,000 gift certificate to Georgia Furniture Mart. So again, get those tickets today. And if you're interested, all you got to do is go to atlantanewsfirst.com/dreamhome. And again, that is how you can enter to get that ticket. The ticket is $100, and it gets your name in the running to win that home. Also, I should mention that money goes towards St. Jude, which is really an amazing hospital system which helps children who are sick. They do so much for families. And so we want to do our part to help them. And by doing your part to help, well, you also have the chance to win something really cool. So anyways, get your ticket ASAP. And with that, thank you so much for joining me here on this Friday. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there in Atlanta. Now I want to show you a beautiful picture of our Metro Atlanta skyline as our wonderful meteorologist, Cutter Martin, steps up to the plate. You know, it's so funny.
Is it?
There has been some talk in the newsroom about how
this.
Cutter and I are like brother and sister.
I knew she was going to do this. Like, I literally have known for 45 minutes she was going to do this.
Patrick Pete says we are the same height. And I say that
True relation.
I say that it's because I'm the older and the wiser one, and I'm
goodness.
always offering my wisdom to Cutter in the newsroom, my life advice, and he always ignores it, but that's okay.
Hilarious.
All right.
Do you need a slow clap for that walk away?
All right, with that, I will let all of you listen to Cutter's forecast. Thank you, Cutter.
Mature, immature, we're going to do our best to give you the right forecast this weekend. Again, a busy one for many folks. Mother's Day weekend, whether you are celebrating Saturday or Sunday, it is going to be a weekend where so many folks are outdoors, and a lot of folks have extra interest in making sure that their plans are rain-free. So again, something we're going to be watching pretty closely here for the next 48 hours or so on to and through that big holiday weekend. Again, thank you for tuning in and for joining. If you are just now tuning in, if this is your first time to watch Atlanta News First Plus, thanks for chatting with us. My name is Cutter Martin, of course, a meteorologist here at Atlanta News First, and we're here to talk about the forecast. But before we dive too deeply into the weather situation this evening, overnight tonight, and into your Saturday, then Mother's Day Sunday, I just want to give folks a few minutes to kind of stream on in here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Facebook page so I can monitor comments as well, because I know a lot of times people have questions about the forecast and maybe they need some clarification on exactly what is going on, especially on a weekend where so many folks are going to be outdoors. So again, just bear with me one moment. We're going to pull up that Facebook page. In the meantime, let's take a live look at First Alert radar right now. Fairly quiet. We're noticing that there are still a few showers out there, but certainly less rain than what we had earlier today. If you were out around a lunchtime in Metro Atlanta, probably got soaked. That lunch hour had some downpours roaming through the metro, the city of Atlanta, inside the perimeter. Right now, the remnants of those downpours well to the south and southeast of Metro Atlanta down into middle Georgia. That's where the majority of the heavy rain is now. Down into Troup County, the LaGrange area, we also have some steadier rain. It's not a downpour, but some rain still falling down there, and it's a little steadier than the showers we're seeing up north of Atlanta, on up into the mountains. Also Gwinnett County as well, a little bit of a shower. But again, the activity remains fairly spotty and certainly less than what we had earlier today. Now let's go ahead and shift gears. We're going to go dive into that forecast, and we'll go hour by hour here for you. Again, in general, temperatures cool gradually this evening, and then overnight tonight they will kind of level out in the mid to upper 60s. So kind of feeling like a little bit of a summertime evening out there. Not that cool. There's actually peak or two of sunshine out there. 20% chance of rain, 9 p.m. We're going to begin to drop that rain chance as we get just a little bit deeper into the evening. So, again, we'll be keeping you updated here. But right now, overall, a nice evening. On YouTube Live right now, hello to you. 100 years of Disney. That's, I believe, Max. Hello to you. Hello. Let's see. It doesn't see the live version on Facebook. We'll get that up and going for you here in just a moment. Just bear with me, and hopefully we can get live on Facebook. But again, we are live on YouTube Live. So if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, the place to be, YouTube right now, Atlanta News First, the account to like and to follow. We don't appear to be having a little bit of an issue with our Facebook stream, so unfortunately not able to go live on Facebook this evening. Nonetheless, YouTube Live, you can just go to our Atlanta News First account and click on the kind of the live flashing icon there and ask your questions on that particular platform. Hour by hour forecast, we'll keep the clouds. Rain chances drop through the evening. Tomorrow morning, back in the low to mid 60s inside the perimeter. 64 Atlanta, 63 Sugar Hill, Buford, 62 in the community of Palmetto, that's South Fulton. So pretty much everybody, low to mid 60s. You have to head up into the higher elevations, the mountains of North Georgia, to find 50s where it'll be a little bit cooler. 64 even up 75 Dalton. Athens, 63, 62 Covington, Griffin. A little cooler, still though fairly mild overall. LaGrange at 60. And tomorrow morning, we're dry. Again, a less than 20% chance of a pop-up shower in the afternoon, maybe a sprinkle or two. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s by lunchtime. And it's at that kind of midday, noon to 1 p.m. point that we'll get warm enough to start seeing those clouds grow tall enough to produce some showers. You can see up in the mountains down to the metro. Mid-afternoon, Metro Atlanta to late afternoon, and possibly the dinner time, 5, 6, 7 p.m. window. We're going to be watching for isolated hit-or-miss showers, a couple thunderstorms, not widespread rain and thunder activity. Nonetheless, if you have pool plans tomorrow, anything outdoors, keep those rain lightning alerts turned on in the First Alert weather app. And a reminder, if you do hear thunder, when thunder roars, move indoors, as the National Weather Service old saying goes. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. So something to keep an eye on outdoors tomorrow. Not a wet day at all. Certainly plenty of dry time to get the plans in, but there will be some rain potential around, in particular between 1 and maybe 6 or 7 p.m. Still warm tomorrow, 86 in Atlanta. We're back to 84 in Noonan, 86 Rome, Athens 85, Gainesville 84, and Atlanta again 86. You factor in the humidity, those mid to upper 80s could feel like it's closer to 90 or so. So it's going to be a bit of a toasty afternoon tomorrow compared to what we have had, but still a decent one as well. And the rain chance could end up being even lower Sunday, especially the northeast side of town and mountain communities. A 20% chance of rain. Again, we'll be looking at data rest of this evening, overnight, tonight, tomorrow. If we need to fine-tune that, we will, and we'll first alert you to that, pass that update along. But right now, looking a little drier Sunday, though there is some potential, especially south and west of Metro Atlanta, of a few more showers and storms. Everybody's rain chance gets a boost Monday, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, some slightly cooler, drier air Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then rain chances back as we get into the latter portion of next work week on into next weekend. So first alert to storms, greater rain coverage Monday, a little harder to get the outdoor plans in. It'd be unimpacted by the rain, hence the first alert. And then nice weather Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Going to keep it cooler, but also with an increasing chance of rain as we get into Friday and on into next weekend. Want to remind you, you never know more than 3 seconds on your phone away from the First Alert forecast. Just download the First Alert weather app. Search Atlanta News First in your app or Google Play Store. You can also get the forecast at atlantanewsfirst.com. And we're live here in just a few moments. Time now is 8:16. Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV. Here in about 45 minutes, 9 o'clock hour. I'm back along with meteorologist Patrick Pete, First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete. 10 o'clock hour, and then the 11 o'clock half hour. Atlanta News First is back on WANF. So again, we'll keep you updated as this new data comes in, fine-tuning that First Alert forecast, leaving you the live look from Atlantic Station back to downtown and Midtown Atlanta. Some sunshine reflecting off our high-rises, so peaks of sun this evening, spotty rain chance for about the next 45 minutes to an hour. Mostly dry tonight, but do keep an ear out and an eye on the First Alert weather app if you have outdoor plans this weekend, a few pop-up storms. And hot temperatures back in the First Alert forecast. Again, we'll see you right here, First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete and I, in about 45 minutes. Have a wonderful weekend.